Yeah, good evening. Good evening. Let me take this off. This ain't Good Morning Millionaire. That ain't what this is right now. This is a Nove mentorship call. That's what this is. Give me a replay, gang, if you're watching a replay. Maybe you're watching on LinkedIn. Maybe you're watching on Facebook. Maybe you're watching on YouTube. But every Sunday night, we do what we call Millionaire Mentorship. And like I said in my description for this, you check in, let them know where you're from now. That part we don't change. Rep your city. We want to know what kind of business you have or what your favorite part of your business is. Let them know. Let us see it in the comments. We're now officially on LinkedIn as well. So that's a lot of fun. My name is Haziq Ali. I'm a revenue acceleration coach. I'm blessed and fortunate to be the CMO of a company where we hit the Inc. 5000 list of fastest growing companies in the country in my first year as a CMO. Definitely can't take all the credit. We have incredible leadership. We have an incredible affiliate base. But I do want to provide some context for the fact that I know what I'm doing on certain levels. Now, there are plenty of things I suck at. Plenty of things I'm just horrible at. I have no college degree. You ask my lady, she'll tell you I ain't even all that smart. You know what I mean? But what I'm really good at is seeing patterns. What I'm really good at is pattern recognition. I'm pretty good at being able to see what leads to what, how things kind of get going. My man Dennis checking in from Tampa. Good stuff, good stuff. Erica's in the house. I love it, I love it. Okay, Brian. Okay, Lanice. Good stuff, good stuff. All right, Taisha's up in here. That's what I like. That's what I like. Earl the Pearl is here. Mary, we're also on the Nove Money page, everybody. I'm loving that. Name of this company is Nove Money. This is a credit and money company, and this is our mentorship call. We do this every Sunday. Doesn't mean you have to be in Nove to participate or anything like that, but I do want to, give homage to the straw that's stirring the drink here tonight. This whole call is brought to you by a company called Nove Money that focuses on personal credit, business credit, funding and lending, okay? Consumer financing. We also sell trusts. Some of you don't even know what a trust is, which is exactly why we're selling them, because you need to know what a trust is. You need to be understanding how this world of finances works, and that's what we're here to do. But we also do what we call a mentorship call, okay? The mentorship calls are amazing. We have a ball with them, and we're about to get one started right now. Okay. I think we are live and in full effect. Shoot me a text message if we're live and in full effect, somebody. Allie, shoot me a text message if we're on. Let me know. If you're not on the phone line, if you're watching on any of the channels that we're on, from LinkedIn to Facebook, I know you're seeing one number like, oh man, where is everybody? Man, they are spread out. We're on the Nove Money page. We're on my own personal timeline. We're in our Facebook group. We're on LinkedIn. We're on YouTube. So check in and let them know what kind of business you run, because we are all here together. We are all in this love together. Hope that makes sense to you. We're going to get this party started, y'all. Hold on just a second.
Hello and welcome to the Nove Conference Call Center, where we inspire people to get more out of life, educate them on how to go about it, and provide opportunities to make it happen. Taking you now. Please enter your PIN followed by the pound or hash. If you do not. Thank you.
Okay, let's get this party started.
All participants are muted. To start conference recording, press 1. To return to the recording has started.
Okay. Good evening. My name is Haziq Ali. I'm the Chief Marketing Officer for this incredible company. And I feel really good about being here tonight. A lot of times my calls are motivational because I'm a big believer in mindset. I'm a big believer in this idea that you have to be before you'll do, before you'll have. A lot of times you hear me talking about how there's something of a syntax that can help you to understand where you are in life. It basically goes like this. You may want to jot this down. If you don't like your lifestyle, what you have to do is look backwards at your results. You with me so far? Maybe write that in your notes. If you don't like your results, you got to look backwards at your activity. Okay? Write that down. If you don't like your activity, you got to look backwards at your attitude. And if you don't like your attitude, it's very important that you look backwards at your philosophy. A lot of people make the fatal mistake of starting in the middle with their activity. It's a fatal mistake because it cannot last. It's not sustainable because you have to be before you'll do, before you'll have. The example I always give is if one of your friends pulls up in a brand new car and you don't really appreciate them doing it, you kind of like hating on them, right? Because your philosophy is off. Then what do? When they pull up, you're trying to be happy for them, but instead you have a fake smile. There's nothing uglier than a fake smile. Can I get a witness? Right? But if you would change your philosophy to something that's more helpful and not harmful, well, next thing you know, you're saying to them, how did you get this car? Can you teach me how to get a job at that place? Or can you teach me how to start this kind of business? Or can you teach me where I can go to purchase a car like that? You get what I mean? All of a sudden it's helpful for you because you've changed your philosophy, which changes your attitude, which changes your activity. Am I making sense to you? It starts with your philosophy, y'all. You have to be before you will do, before you will have. That's what makes it all intrinsic and organic. And so tonight what we're going to discuss is these 11 ways that you accidentally could be becoming a bum. Normally I'm really motivational and stuff, right? But they say the truth shall set you free if it don't kill you or something like that. Something like that. I heard one time, like, what don't kill you make you stronger, and then they say truth hurts, but then they say truth will set you free. So this might be painful for some of us tonight, but it's important to me to share it with you because I don't want you to be a bum. I don't want you to be bum on purpose. I want you to be a bum accidentally. But a lot of us are headed for bumhood. And we don't even know how it happens. We just look up and it's like, yo, why is everybody winning? And I'm here languishing in mediocrity. I want to get you to the point where you want to boycott mediocrity. If your life ain't where you expected it to be, then there's plenty of reasons why. Today, we're going to explore a couple of them so you can get clear on what's holding you back, because I don't want you to be a bum. Once we've uncovered where your weak points are, it's time for you to get to work so that you're not a bum. It's time for you to make some breakthroughs so that you unbum yourself, right? I want you to unbum yourself tonight. These are going to be real simple, but they are not going to be easy. You get me? There are some commitments you're going to have to make, but these are small commitments. So I'm going to give them to you. I got 11 of them for you. If I can be finished in time, then I might give you a couple bonuses, but I want you to unbum yourself. Can somebody write that in your notes? I'm going to unbum myself. Man, my partners are going to kill me for this. All right, here's the first one, y'all. Here's the first reason you might accidentally become a bum. You haven't faced a dominating fear. You haven't faced a dominating fear. You haven't faced a dominating fear. You got one single fear that drives you more than anything else, and you're refusing to face it. You already know what that fear is. If you don't, then go see a therapist. Unpack it, right? Make them walk it through with you. You had a formulating event when you were a child. We talk about how there are these 4 different personality types. You got analyzers, you got empathizers, you got organizers, and you have socializers, right? But here's what we don't talk about enough. Each of those personality types comes from fear. It comes from the fact that we had to survive when there was no one else there to protect us. So when you meet somebody who's a dominant personality, what they call a winner personality, there was a time where if he or she didn't dominate, it equaled pain. Or if you find somebody who's a real analytical personality, we call that a fall personality type. There was a time where if they didn't have the answers right, it equaled pain. See, the thing about you that's holding you back is this story about why you can't have what you want to have. You've got a fear. You haven't faced this dominating fear. Check this out. You're never going to succeed at the level that fulfills you until you're willing to punch that fear in the face. You got to be willing to punch that fear in the face. And it's so exhilarating after you do it. I still remember when I faced the bully on my block, where this guy that my mom was dating made me go out there and fight the dude because I was scared to death. You know what I mean? Because on my block, it was a healthy fear because I was surrounded by murderers. You know what I mean? So it's not like these guys would just fight you. They'll come shoot you in the face and all of that. But this dude was willing to hold it down. And then, man, it turns out I hit pretty hard. You know what I mean? I still remember the snap when I caught, because I've always been kind of slim and my knuckles like cut you real easy, apparently. Man, I caught this dude right underneath his eye. That joint split open. It was so exhilarating. You know what I mean? I still remember it like it was yesterday. Check this out. You will be shocked what happens. You will experience a high that is very hard to come down from when you finally face that fear. All these barriers suddenly seem not so frightening after all. It's like, let's do this. You know what I'm saying? Here's number 2. Here's the second way you accidentally become a bum. You're not motivated by anything. You're not motivated by anything. They say you need a why that's strong enough to make you want to cry, right? You're not motivated by anything. What is your why? If you're living your life and you ain't motivated or inspired by a single thing, you're doing something wrong. You got some problems, my friend. There needs to be something that sends shivers down your spine. There needs to be something that makes you get angry. There needs to be something that makes you get emotional at just the thought of it. My man Sean Shields, man, you see the love just coming out his pores when he posts his daughter. You know what I mean? I got a bunch of friends like that are very clear on their why. But I'm going to tell you something. I got a bunch of friends that ain't. I got a bunch of friends that are just like living a life of distraction because of the fact that they ain't got nothing that powers them through. We all have a why waiting for us to uncover. It's there in your face, but you got to acknowledge it. You hear me? You got to acknowledge it. And then you have to cherish it. And then you have to nourish it. That's why we're always talking about mindset, skill set, heart set. Mindset is where you acknowledge it. The skill set is where you nourish it. And heart set is where you cherish it. You hear me? You've got to uncover some of these whys in your life. Many of us, though, have never stopped to really think about what causes these goosebump moments that we have. If you've ever felt chills, that is a clue. You just got to unpack it a little bit. There's a reason that moment was so poignant for you. There's a reason that scene in that movie did that to you. Your why is somewhere in there, y'all. I always say that people don't always know what they like. They just like what they know. This is why you need to try everything if you have to. Just don't stop until you uncover something that excites you. Howard Thurman, Martin Luther King, one of Martin Luther King's mentors, was like, don't ask what the world needs. Ask what sets you on fire, because what the world needs is more people who are set on fire. Here's number 3. You might accidentally be becoming a bum because you let external forces control you. You let external forces control you. Is your boss telling you what to do every day? Is your life controlled by the bills you have to pay? Is your life controlled by your mortgage? These external factors will cripple your success if you allow everybody else to tell you what should be most important to you. I got a little hack for you. Stop making these lists in your minds of stuff you got to do, and start changing that word from being a victim to being a champion by saying you get to do it. I got to wake up in the morning. You get to wake up in the morning. I got to go to work. You get to go to work. I got to pay these bills. You get to pay those bills. You driving that car. You went and bought them shoes from Bakers. You know what I mean? You get to wear them shoes. You get to pay that bill. You get what I'm saying? But what you got to do is change that in your mind. We all have bills to pay. But if you keep on paying your bills begrudgingly, especially if you're an entrepreneur, guess what your clients are going to do when it's time for them to pay you? Guess what kind of people you attract into your life? And that, my friend, is another way you accidentally become a bum. You got to unbum yourself. Here's number 4. You give in to temptation. I talked about it yesterday on yesterday's training. Good Morning Millionaire, right? I talked about the fact that like purchases are driven by emotion. Income is driven by logic. You're driven by emotion in this United States of what? Advertising. They're constantly trying to make you feel some kind of way until you buy something. If you'll just buy this, you can fill that hole. That hole is shaped like your purpose. That hole ain't shaped like sex. That hole ain't shaped like drugs. That hole ain't shaped like rock and roll. That hole you got inside is shaped like your purpose. You will never fully fill that hole. You will never feel fulfilled. You will never fully fill that hole until you understand your purpose. And until you understand your purpose, you're going to go around chasing distraction. Number 4 is you keep giving in to temptation. Are you one of these people on a Friday night that drown themselves in pizza and beer and then wonder why you have a beer belly, right? What are you trying to do? You're trading in your happy life for happy hour. You see what I'm saying? Stop giving in to your temptations all the time. Have some damn discipline. Your mind is a suggestion machine. You know, you wake up in the morning, your mind makes a suggestion. We don't feel like going to work out. But you can give your mind a different suggestion. Like, I'm going to feel great when I'm leaving the gym. And the number 1 tool that you have in your life is the power to choose. Have some discipline. Have a vision and then set up some habits that match that. You can't have the life of a millionaire if you keep letting simple little pleasures take you off your main game. You're going to accidentally make yourself a bum. Listen, I'm in marketing. I'm the chief marketing officer for our company. So take it from me. Marketers are experts at tempting us with items we don't need to impress people we don't like. If you're a good marketer, you're selling dopamine, you're selling oxytocin, you're selling serotonin, you're selling endorphins. I'm not going to go there right now because this ain't that kind of training. But if you're a marketer, you're a dope dealer. That even spelled dose. I'll go there later. But my point to you is that until you become conscious of their tricks, just learn to say no. Otherwise, you're going to accidentally make yourself a bum. Here's number 5. You listen to anybody with an opinion. Opinions is like Escalades. In the immortal words of Young Jeezy, everybody got one. I got a buddy who was like, opinions are like something else, but I ain't going to go there right now. My friend is right, though. We all have an opinion, and we have an opinion on every subject, but that don't mean it's a valuable opinion. You ain't deep. You ain't a philosopher. Sometimes you just got internet. And the person is trolling you might be trolling you from free internet. They might not even be paying for it. They might be at Starbucks. They might be at the YMCA, man, where they sleep. But here you are listening to them and their opinion. Yeah, you should take advice from other people, but just make sure that your decisions are your decisions. Just make sure you're not relying on other people to tell you what to do. A wise man can learn from even a fool. A fool can't even learn from a wise man. But check it out. You got to know who's a wise man and who's a fool. Because, yeah, you can learn from them. You can either learn from them because they're an example, or you learn from them because they're a warning. You got so many perceived experts in this social media world, man, that are really like, used car salesmen in these cheap suits, man. And if you keep on listening to them, you're going to accidentally be a bum. Here's number 6. You're lazy. Some of y'all is lazy, and it's time for you to face that fact. Some of y'all get tired way too easy, man. Some of y'all is out here like, oh, I need my beauty sleep. Let me tell you what you're getting. You're getting poverty sleep. Write this in your notes. Proverbs 20:13. He who loves sleep shall grow poor. It's right there in the book about entrepreneurship. Getting out of bed is the first sign every morning that you're on top of your game, or you lazy as an elephant on a Sunday morning. Some of y'all don't like this, man. But action's what's going to help you succeed in life. Action. You know what I mean? A ship is always easier to steer once you get it moving, baby. You can't be sitting around like you just a stuffed potato, man, trying to Netflix your way to some net worth. You're going to accidentally be a bum, man. It's time to get off your butt. It's time to put some hours in, man. When's the last time you pulled an all-nighter? When's the last time you just worked, man? Me and my business partner, both my business partners, I'm going to tell you something. Sometimes he stays up later than me. Sometimes I wake up earlier than him. But I'm going to tell you what, we work. We work. I always compare the story of like Drake and Kid Cudi, you know, because I remember when Drake came out, because I come from the music business and all that, you know, that's why I just be living my little dreams and stuff. Now that I'm rich, I be wearing all types of like, you know what I mean, jewelry and all of that. You could judge me, you know what I mean, but gold goes up in value and what have you, you know. Y'all should go price some gold. You know what I mean? Y'all gonna see me with pounds of gold before I'm done. But check it out though. I remember Drake was putting out all these mixtapes and whatnot. And they kept on being like, man, it's time to put out your album. He'd be like, nah, not yet, not yet, not yet. He'd keep on dropping joint after just keep working, just keep working, just keep working. Meanwhile, Kid Cudi put out one single. This joint called Day and Night. I toss and turn and keep what's in my mind. Any of y'all remember this? I never will forget. Drake and Kid Cudi put out a project the same day in Target. And Drake's project was the same mixtape he'd been giving away for free. Meanwhile, Kid Cudi put out his whole album. Kid Cudi put out a whole album. Do you know Drake outsold Kid Cudi like 3-1 with a project that was free? Because the whole time Drake was like, man, I know y'all think I'm creating a buzz, but this ain't nothing compared to where I'm going. Y'all think I'm one of these man, I'm just getting started. That's how I know we feel. I know we feel like we just getting started. A lot of y'all, man, y'all start celebrating a little too soon. Y'all start patting yourself on the back a little bit too soon. You start feeling like you arrived a little bit too early. You lazy, man. And I'm going to tell you something. You're going to accidentally become a bum. Here's number 7. You don't keep your room clean. I know y'all like, wow. He really going to go there? Yeah, I'm going to go there. You know what I mean? You don't keep your room clean. Now, I ain't your mama, clearly. I'm not even your daddy. But check this out. If you keep your room clean, it tells you you're in control. It keeps your mind clear. One thing about my business partner, his car is always way cleaner than mine. So that's why I say you don't keep your car clean. You know what I mean? Because I need to work on that part. But this is what I'm saying to you. When you keep your room clean, you're in control. You're keeping your mind clean. And it's real hard to do your best work when there's clutter everywhere. Success is about discipline and keeping a tidy, clean, neat bedroom, a place for everything in its place becomes a representation of your mind. Pick the clothes up off the floor. Hang your clothes up when you take them off before you mess around and accidentally become a bum. Here's number 8. You always putting other people down. You always putting other people down, right? The easiest thing in the world to do is criticize people for something they doing. But what is you doing? You confusing criticizing people with you working too. Go to any major sporting event, you're going to see a bunch of people cheering and a bunch of people booing like boo. But you know what they are? They in the bleachers. They ain't even on the bench. They on the bleachers. You know what I mean? And what they doing? Telling them how bad. You see some dude stuffing hot dogs into his mouth, right? Like taking a hot dog and just like, right? This fool would pass out after, and he's screaming at this dude who can do a 40-yard dash in 3, right? It's hilarious. It's hilarious. That's how once you start seeing your life, when you bust in a move, you make a mistake and people start hating on you or telling you how bad you are at your chosen sport. Business is my sport. So I love the booze. I'm like, oh, like, you know what I mean? Because watch this. Watch this. You see what I'm saying? That's me looking at the crowd. Watch this. You know what I mean? Somebody tell me no. Watch this. I'm calling them. They a whole bum. Start asking me minimum wage questions about my $1 million opportunity. I'm like, watch this. You know what I mean? That's why I weigh all of this for them. But if that's you, who's always tearing people down, you know what I mean? I just want to warn you. Critics always tell way more about themselves than they do the thing they're criticizing. Instead of tearing people down and telling them all the stuff they're horrible at, try giving them some inspiration, fool. Start honoring the effort they put in. Give them a reputation to live up to behind their back. The aim of the game is to build people up. The aim of the game is to ask them how they think they could have done better. You get what I'm saying to you? Here's number 9. You can't stop cussing. Again, that's a discipline thing. I cuss sometimes. I swear sometimes. I use expletives at times. You probably do it too. But check this out. My mentor always says that expletives are the crutch of a weak mind. Don't be a drunken sailor and make it a habit of using bad language consistently. All you're doing by swearing all the time is showing people you're not in control and that you have no pride in yourself. Believe it or not. But you're going to accidentally become a bum. You know who be cussing all the time and don't care? Bums. You ever notice that? Boy, they'll cuss you out in a minute. They ask you for $1, you give them a quarter, you start cussing. You know what I mean? Now, don't get me wrong. Sometimes swearing is a little pattern interrupt, right? It'll drive a point home. It'll demonstrate a certain level of intensity, right? Or sometimes you swearing with your homie because y'all just kicking it and you feel a level of comfort with them. But all I'm saying is that it ain't required. And a lot of times it has no purpose. Here's number 10. You're going to accidentally make yourself a bum if you don't take pride in the way you dress. If you don't take pride in the way you dress, you got to dress for the position you want, not the position you have. Listen to me. How you present yourself is important. Why you think you don't show up to a job interview with a bikini on? It's called a wardrobe for a reason. One kind of person with a gun wears camouflage. One kind of person with a gun wears a bright orange vest. Why? Because one is a hunter and one is a soldier. The point is, your dressing has a purpose. If your beard is always overgrown and you smell like a urinal, nobody's going to take you serious. You see what I'm saying? Except the homeless shelter. Take pride in your appearance and don't be afraid to show your individuality sometimes. You're supposed to be an entrepreneur, this creative problem solver. Why you look like everybody else? Think about how you come across. And notice how when you dress well, you feel well. I'm going to challenge you. When you feel the worst, I dare you dress the best. I dare you put on a fine, tailored suit. Or ladies, throw on all your accessories and bangles and do the heck out your hair. You might not be able to afford Brazilian number 32 right now. But you can make your hair look, we love that. Half the time, y'all ladies is doing all that for other ladies, man. We don't care. Cat Williams got this joke. We barely care if your underwear match, but that would be going too far on a mentorship call. So I'm not going to tell y'all that joke. But all I'm saying is you ain't even got to have a good reason to dress up, man. It just make you feel fly. And when you feel fly, you're going to move fly ways. You're going to come up with fly ideas. You're going to attract fly people to you. Here's number 11. How you might accidentally you might accidentally be a bum, right? You wake up too late. Now, I ain't saying you got to be a ark building madman like me, waking up at 5 a.m., going to the gym before my morning training call and all of that. But I will tell you, one trait of the ultra successful is that they typically wake up very, very early. The average time that I've found is 5 a.m. That don't mean you got to do it, but I am saying you can wake up 30 minutes earlier starting in the morning. You can wake up an hour earlier starting tomorrow. The earlier you rise, the quicker you can start your day and the more time you're going to have to get to your to-do list. Sleeping in late is hurting your success. I got 2 bonuses for you. Number 12, you never help nobody else. You never help nobody else. When was the last time you did something for somebody for no good reason? When is the last time you just paid for the lady's groceries behind you? The hole you give through is the same hole you receive through. Whoa. The secret to living is giving. And you're going to fail at life if you like these bums who sit in front of the fireplace and say, yeah, I put some wood in there. If you give me some heat first. That's the thoughts of a bum. You know what I mean? You're going to accidentally become a bum. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. The more you help other people, the more you'll get what you want. I don't know if it was Rockefeller or John Paul Getty. They probably stole it from some black man. But there's some saying out there that goes, you can have anything you want in life if you'll just help enough other people get what they want. You know what I'm saying? There don't even need to be a reason to do something nice for somebody. One of the great philosophical questions I would always have for my parents is like, yo, if we doing it just to get into heaven, don't that make it kind of something? Like, or should I just be doing it because they, you know what I mean? No. But then I came up with this. The most selfish thing you can do for yourself is serve somebody else. You hear me? Raise your standards by committing to kindness. This is the last one I got for you. We out. The 13th way for you to accidentally become a bum is think you already successful. You think you're already successful. You headed to bumhood. There is no point of arrival, baby. We are all a work in progress. Success is not a destination. Success is a trajectory. But you one of these chumps who think they already done did it because you got that little car, you got your little briefcase, you know what I mean? Got your little Nikes. You know what I'm saying? I remember you couldn't tell me nothing. I had some Jordans, man. I thought I made it. I thought Jordans was living it up, baby. Let me tell you something. You headed for bumhood. When you reach a level of self-mastery that makes people give you a standing ovation when you walk in a room, and it fills their eyes with tears just because you're there in the room, then we can start talking about your success. Until then, it's time to go back to the drawing board and remember that there's always room to grow. Millionaires, the bigger the ego, the smaller the self-esteem. But check it out. The smaller the self-esteem, the bigger the ego. Y'all know that bouncer he in the club, he making fun of you because you know he ain't getting no attention. We'll go with attention. He ain't getting no attention in school. So now he out here trying to take it all out on you because he got low self-esteem. So he got this real big ego. You know what I'm saying? All I'm saying, man, is you got to serve till you deserve. That's all I'm saying to you. All right, I hope this was helpful. This is a new call line, so I don't even know how to unmute it and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But somewhere in your notes, put this, because this sums it up. If you don't want to accidentally become a bum, write this in your notes. Either your mind has to expand to match your goals, or your goals will just start to shrink to match your mind.